Live and direct.
Live and direct.
Right, just going a quick sound check.
Yoke's on you. And you can read that because I've put the camera the right way around. It means I can't see what you're saying right now. We're down to Lindsay and her no glasses / had
Well, it says
a teary eye the last half hour.
To watch it. Do you want to move slightly more towards me? That was horrible. I just realised what I was doing.
I'm going to say leave it on so I know how much to move it. I think that's fine.
I thought you were going to move you. Like you. Right, let me check. Oh, there's hardly any delay, is there?
That's cool. That's nice. Definitely don't say anything.
That's better.
We don't want to because there's no time to quickly edit it. Okay.
Well, I've just been pretty much having
I nearly lost you.
well, the screen's gone black. Can everyone still hear me?
God, the amount of times I press effects, you're just going to end up with like a...
Bear with us, guys. Hey, Alexa's in the chat. I was thinking about you the other day.
Oh, hey girl.
I was meaning to message her. You know how it is. My brain is just like, I'll think about 7 things at once. And then watch your coffee.
Oh God, last thing I need.
Right.
I thought you were taking a selfie then. I was like, this is not the time.
No, I was just letting you check. I think you pretty much turned that bang on.
That's cool with me. I think that looks quite nice.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome.
Here we are.
We've got 15 minutes in. We're finally ready.
So it's only 5 past, so I think that's pretty good going.
Ah.
Only nearly had one mental breakdown. We're all good.
Yeah, and it wasn't even a real mental breakdown.
No,
it was
I'm joking.
It was just some makeup in the eye, not agreeing.
I know, it's this eye, it's still stinging, but at least it stopped streaming. And then it wasn't just my eye, it was like every orifice. I was like, oh my God. No, I think there was no point. It's all being washed off.
I know it's you with your spirit guides because I've never been able to get mine to stop in that time. So you were like, I give up on the makeup, therefore it will stop streaming. Mine have been like, nope, all night now.
You'll have it. You'll love this. Have it. Well, I'm going on the radio after this, so it's like a strange kind of feeling because usually the podcast have been done. I'll be like, hey, get my PJs on. No. The podcast is finished, then I'll have to hang around, then go into town.
So tell us, because me included, where do we all get to listen?
Radio 2 Funky.
Radio 2 Funky.
Yeah, Leicester station. So I'm intrigued.
Very cool. I like the 2 Funky empire.
Yeah.
They seem to have like a really...
We've been to a few like open mics and...
Yeah, and it looks like they offer something good for the public, but also really support young artists.
Yeah. Yeah, as far as I can see. So yeah, I am.
Yeah, don't quote us on that. If anything comes out about them, like we had no idea. They just seem like great guys. But that's wicked. What are you going to be talking about on 2 Funky Radio?
Beat the odds. Hey, I have my Beat the Odds jumper on.
Repping the
merch, which is happening in 9 days. Dun, dun, dun. Very nearly 8 days.
We should definitely talk more about this. What is Beat the Odds?
It is an opportunity. So we're bringing together all of the charities, initiatives, community groups and services that provide something for mental health, well-being, connection, and bringing them all together to showcase what they offer to the Leicester community at all under one roof at the Leicester High Cross. So we're taking over 2 shop floors. There's going to be a stage with like back-to-back inspirational speaker talking about how they overcame the odds, how they beat the odds, and introducing like whatever service they are linked to, you know, that's showcasing. So it's like the first of its kind in terms of event for the local area and something that we've been involved in and created. So it's exciting.
I love that.
I'm in between the reason I'm not like, hey, is because there's a lot of like anticipation, and I'm taking the bus, so logistically a lot to still work out. So, but it is going to be good.
It's going to be really good. I think it's really helpful because the amount of times we speak to people throughout doing a different human design, no one knows what services are offered to them. You go to the doctors and they don't seem to know to be able to, they're telling you to Google it. And Google will come up with the first 3 people that have paid enough to be there. You don't get to see all the things that are actually on offer and in detail. So this is a really good chance, not just for the public to come and find out what services are on offer to them, but also for other services to come along and be like, where else can I utilise, or what other resources can I get for my clients or my patients?
Yeah, and even like forming that network, because we want to create like a safety net that wherever somebody lands amongst us, we know within our network who to signpost them to. Because like everybody's doing such great work, but in these little disconnected little pockets.
Yeah.
And you might, like, we kept coming across the same services at the same events, and it feels like we all know of each other, but our local communities who could benefit from them don't know about us. So that's what we're hoping to provide.
Yeah, definitely. And if anyone else's experience has been like ours, where we've actually met a few like gatekeepers that don't seem to want to collaborate for the joint effort of helping people, they'd rather keep their own for whatever limelight, like whatever limelight you need from helping people. But I feel like it helps people also find their group that are going to be able to support them and are going to be able to... Oh, no, not another update, leave me. Not you guys. You guys come back. I knew it'd start with my face again. You guys come back. My face again.
Hi. And welcome to a different podcast official. Hopefully we brought in lots of new curious people with our ambitious podcast topic this evening. As you can see, we are frauds. We haven't got a clue. It's our 99.
Okay.
Oh,
My phone needs and I'm dying.
I think we're back on again.
I need to talk to you about anxiety.
I'm blaming Peter for this because I never had a problem with the phone being mirrored.
Yeah, right.
You know, and Steph said tonight, it won't be backwards because I've mirrored the screen. And as such, we haven't noticed that we've been talking to a black screen, like, on numerous occasions now.
If you can't read this, it says Queen, that's what I am. If you can't read that, it says beat the odds.
That's what we do. So anyway, thanks for the narrations, Kat. I'm sure Steph really appreciated me reading them out. Like, the screen's gone black. She was like, yep. I'm trying.
It's like the Titanic.
I'm trying to sort this out. Oh, God.
Come back.
Well, anyway, that's made me laugh. And I feel like let's just start the topic we're meant to talk about. And like,
guys, everyone,
20 minutes in.
Everyone that's here needs to hit that, send all the messages, everything, do everything. Make it look like the most amazing stream, because we must have lost... quite a bit of interest there.
Quite a bit of credibility is
Oh, we never had any of that. Don't worry about that.
I protect our reputation. Well, good evening.
Good evening, guys.
Welcome to the 99th episode of A Different Podcast Official with Steph and Lindzi. I've never said it that way around before.
Steph and Lindzi. Sounds so unnatural. I'm on silly goose brain now.
I know, yeah, same. What were we talking about? No, as in what's the real topic? Not as in what were we talking about? Let's just draw a big line.
If you got it, you got it. If you didn't, I'm so sorry. Today we are talking about trying to act professional. Today,
no, I just nearly got the giggles then. I was like, no, don't.
Today we're just going to try and not lose connection again in the most. I've got no words for it. We're talking about a word that we only just figured out the pronunciation 2-3 minutes before the podcast. We think it is
fascia.
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 So, for me in science, but not just for me in science, for everyone in science, the fascia is understood to be the connective tissue that holds together ligaments, muscles, organs, and it's basically responsible for helping you move, posture, and the amount of like force and strength you can utilize. But you said, oh, I really want to approach this as a podcast topic. And I was like, what does this have to do with, I'm down. I want to learn everything. So I suppose, yeah.
So did you know about, like, do you remember learning about this in biology at school?
So I know that there is, you know, the guy that spent a lot of money on trying to reverse aging. He's like a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like an alien now.
Yeah.
He focused a lot on his fascia, and there's a lot, it's a big common trend in America where they're saying that if you, over your life scale, from just sitting poorly, all these different things that you do, lifting wrong, you end up making your fascia really tight and tangled in the wrong way.
Yeah, yeah.
And this idea that if you can focus on untangling that, you can make your
programming it.
Yeah, you can make your body feel as young as you did when it's that to look after the first before muscle and everything else that comes second. So
did you learn about that through like the fact that it was a bit of a trend through psychology, and that's when you learned about it, or did you just know about it in
just literally from people talking about it in a physical sense, in more sports and nutrition and what they do. So yeah,
only because, like, you know, when you see the pictures of it, I'm aware that organ exists. Do you see what I mean? But I didn't know what it was called or whatever. Like, I knew we'd got these, like, I don't know, this part to us that held everything all together. Yeah, because you've seen it on diagrams or whatever. But oh, look at the horses frolicking. Oh, it's definitely spring. Bless them.
Sorry.
Oh, they really are having a fun time. But yeah, so like,
should we show them? I feel like you can't just tease someone with horses and then I'm going to try and, if I zoom into my face and turn it around. Can you see the horses? They've stopped frolicking now.
Yeah, they are cute though, aren't they?
Sorry.
That's okay. So, this stuff, fascia, it popped up through my algorithm, and it was like, I just ended up on this mad rabbit hole deep dive on like what this stuff is.
I'm here for it.
The kind of angle that they went off is that until now we've only credited it as being like a kind of dumb organ that's responsible for, like, you know, holding everything together and like stretching or whatever. But that we're only just starting to really appreciate the complexities of this organ and what it's responsible for. So I thought it's kind of cute because it's Autism Awareness Month, and anybody that's attended any of my witchy workshops, mindset workshops in this last few weeks has had me banging on about this stuff because it's been like my little special interest for the week.
I love that.
Now I'm doing a podcast on it, you know. Like, that is so autistic, having like these little interests where you just completely obsessed with it, and then I'll probably forget about it.
That's what makes me
Move
interested
on.
in a topic, though. That's why it's great for a podcast. We didn't want to just focus on like we're ADHD and this is what we experience. This is like, no, these are the things that I am super into due to whatever condition I have.
Yeah, just the way my brain's wired.
Yeah, and I'm going to share it with you because no one else is going to listen. I'm going deep diving on these things.
And I've got a podcast and I can talk about what I want. So here we go.
I'm the same. I can bore people with socialism or D&D, or I can come on here and bore
Find
you
that
guys.
So, but the thing that caught my eye is that the way that one of the things I was reading had said about how the human body is 70% water, and you hear that so often. And I've always thought, but where is it then? Like, is that in my bladder? Like, and I understand that everything is hydrated with water. Do you see what I mean? And it doesn't exist as like water itself. But I thought, yeah, I have always kind of wondered about this, 70% water. Well, where's it kept? Where's the layer of the water layer? But it's
out your eye.
yeah, I found out where it was earlier, didn't I? But the fascia is responsible for it holds a lot of that water. That is what kind of keeps it healthy and keeps it active. Is that it's almost like this gel-like substance that is the water.
It's solely made up of water and collagen.
Okay. But then the fascinating part, so obviously then we were discussing briefly before we came on about the fact that emotions, experiences, traumas are people say about them being stored in the body. They use this terminology all of the time, don't they? Like, oh, release those trapped emotions. And again, as an autistic ADHD person, I love to visualize these.
Where does it go? Where from?
Where was it stored? Have I got little pockets around my body, and once they're all filled with experiences, can I not have any more until I release those? Or I don't know. So this fascia is then where those emotions and experiences and traumas are stored and sometimes held until you're then ready to process it via thought processes, which again, you're like, okay, how? How do you bridge that gap between saying that an emotion is stored in this gel-like substance that's in your body? But then I suppose this might be the part that they're starting to scientifically prove now that they're delving into it further. I don't know, or whether it's old news, is that it behaves like a crystal, like a quartz crystal, this layer does. And so say if you're playing music, it responds, so it organises itself the same way like water when it turns to ice, how it goes into the crystalline images.
Okay, yeah.
That's what it does. It forms those crystallized pictures, and that's how you then interpret how you're feeling from those.
As in, that is the shape of the web. That is where it's going to.
Well, I don't know about the web where you can see with the eye, but this gel-like substance, this water collagen gel-like substance, is reshaping and shaping itself to communicate information to you, whether you're feeling happy, you're feeling safe, you're feeling worried. So say if a certain wavelength is playing, so when we're talking about frequency healing, and I've got the tuning forks, I think that was on the first or second episode when we're done starting to do this spirituality stuff. Yeah, you were what?
The loudest noise ever. I look over and it's on your head. I was like, what is happening?
And then you were like, what are you doing? What frequency is it? I was like, I don't know. I just grabbed one. But yeah, so those vibrations program the fascia into the different patterns. So then obviously if the pattern is related to the emotion sadness, that's why you physically feel sad when you hear a sad song, because your body is responding to it by forming these crystalline patterns. So it really is seen as that interface between having a physical body and then your spiritual body or your emotional energetic body.
Okay.
Because it's interpreting, it's kind of bridging the gap between those emotions that, how do you describe an emotion? Is it a colour? Is it an object?
Yeah, it's psychological, right?
Yeah.
Rather than the physiological.
Because we have emotions, but we have a physical brain. We have these emotions that we can't, and then it's almost like this fascia's the kind of curtain that turns it from a feeling, an emotion, into a physical response. And then back again, presumably, because through massage or breath work or different holistic therapies that then work the fascia is why we can have those energetic or emotional releases.
Right, okay. I like
I was mind blown. I'm mind blown. Like, I was like, this stuff is incredible. This is amazing.
So my understanding again, I'm not a biologist by any means, so if I'm butchering this, I apologise.
I feel like I may have butchered my explanation, because what I glean from something, and I'm like, oh my God, I get it. And then when I try and explain it, sometimes I just can't find the words.
Maybe I just enjoyed learning it. I don't actually understand.
Someone else needs to go and do the learning as well.
So the fascia is understood to be made up purely of water and collagen, but it's also, the newer science around it is that it contains so many nerve endings and is very much connected to your nervous system.
More nerve endings than the brain.
Incredible. So in terms of like storing memories, storing trauma within, it doesn't have the ability, like you said, like how it's water, it's goo. Like, how does it store a memory? It doesn't have the ability. But the connection from the brain to the rest of the body, you can see where we're understanding now that nerves play a lot more to do with pain.
Yeah.
If you are someone that is very sensitive to certain things, I know for me, an example is when I get too hot and I feel my body regulating its temperature. Yeah. My shoulders get like this spiky feeling, like someone's just put a load of spikes in the top of my shoulders. Yeah. And until I've got like cool again, it doesn't go away. And I feel like it's really hard to explain. We understand that we have physiological symptoms felt from things that are happening in the brain and vice versa. We can kind of make it happen either way. So where I don't necessarily agree in the terms of storing trauma and then certain therapies releasing it to certain areas, again, just a belief, I do acknowledge where science says we believe that the mind and the body are two different things and are very much connected. Yeah. And in the same way, any kind of therapy that allows you to feel emotionally safe to cry, to feel like you're letting out emotions, if you feel like it's coming from a part of your body and it's helping you, go for it.
Yeah, totally.
In terms, like, who am I to say not? Do you know?
And I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't know specifically whether I'm like, oh yes, my hand has the trapped trauma when I lost my dog, you know.
A lot of Chinese medicines like that, right?
But they have it's connected to your organs, which...
Like you've got a depressed liver or something.
Yeah, so apparently you can access your organs through the soles of your feet and the palms of your hands by pressing on them. And I assume that that's working on energetic channels, which are probably in the same kind of vein as... So the fascia is something that's like a physical organ that we know exists, but then there's that like next little jump into the energetic systems like chakras, meridians, you know, auras. Those kind of things. And then in traditional Chinese medicine, which would use meridians, they are working on those connections between something here that's then somehow connected, which through all those nerve endings, I'm sure there could possibly be those. So then could there be a link for the specific memory in a specific area of the body? But I think how I see it is that your fascia on the whole, if it's healthy, you get freedom of movement physically and you get freedom of movement energetically. So definitely. We've always got like an energy flow going around our body. And then again, in the spiritual realm, you hear of like blockages. The energy's blocked, you know, your energy's stagnant. Well, again, what do you mean? Where's it blocked?
What do you mean?
You know, like where's, you know, again, you're thinking of like physical elements, aren't you? Like a hole with a blockage.
I need to be able to picture it so that it makes sense.
Yeah. But it's like, is this fascia that is this water and collagen mix, is what's conducting the energy or the energetic forces around your body. So if your fascia's not healthy, then the energy itself can't free flow, you know, all around the body how it should, and then that would have impacts on the on the physical body kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like a really good argument is within my course, my counselling course, you had teachers that were a lot more scientific, a lot more, some that verged more into more spiritual sides, and then ones that very much dabbled into both. And the argument that from the more scientific ones was always met with someone that I always remember is in the movement therapy. And it was one of a really standout topic for me, because she was talking about how, you know, the idea that trauma could be stuck in just your big toe sort of thing.
Yeah.
And the way that she was like, if you just allow yourself to kick your feet a bit, maybe as a kid you were told, like, don't whistle, don't do that, it will make you look
Stop tapping.
Or you'll annoy people, or whatever deep reasons that kids then
stop doing
carry
things
on
for.
They hold on to these things, and it comes out in various ways as adults. If you're able to undo that, but then it's the argument of, is it the trauma within the body, or at the same time as experiencing trauma, do you get these physiological symptoms because our nervous system is so connected to stress? Stress being a cause of trauma.
Yeah.
It's
what
exactly.
came first, the chicken or the egg almost? It's almost that kind of scenario, isn't it?
It's really fascinating. I find it a cool topic to think about.
Yeah, because it's certainly, so even as well, you mentioned about the posture, fascia being responsible for your posture, but then there's an idea that if you're storing emotion in certain areas of your body, so there's a belief that women, for example, store emotion around their kind of ovary area, the womb area, the hips, all these kind of areas that are associated more with the feminine realms. That's where women store emotion. So then they were like, the fascia then can stiffen and harden and cause like posture. So this other person was claiming that they could improve your posture through the release of certain emotional traumas, because there was this connection with the type of posture issue was connected to the type of emotional issue that you were holding on to, and that when he was helping people release that emotional issue, their posture was improving. It's just like, wow.
Have you seen some of these practitioners where they're like getting you to move, and then these people have these like extreme outbursts of emotion?
Actually, yeah.
I always look at them.
Weird.
Yeah, and I'm always yet to be convinced, just because I haven't experienced it myself, that it's like, is that genuinely what they feel is happening?
Yeah, or they acting
is there, not even necessarily like acting or like main character energy, but just you're so expectant of something from when you go to one of these practitioners. You're looking for something, right? You want to be relieved of this emotion, of this trauma, of this stress. So if you're so desperate for it, and then we talk about like placebos and stuff, someone's really looking out for you, someone's talking to you in a nice way, they're hearing your problems, and then they're massaging you, or they're moving with you in a very like close, intimate way that, you know, we need affiliation, we like community, we like bonding, and you feel kind of like, that would make me feel good in that moment. And then do they feel... Hypnotism, I know, works a very similar way. When you see it on stage, a lot of people only go along with it because they feel awful. They're going to make someone look a div on stage. And they saw the person before them do it, who can often be a confederate, meaning they're a part of the thing.
Show,
So then you're like, oh, well, I don't want to be
the one that it didn't work on, so I might look abnormal, so I'd better play along kind of thing.
And you'll see it, because they'll do things like, they don't just like lift your hand up. It'll go, and now sleep. And you've got no choice. Like, you know what I mean?
They're telling
you have no
you what
choice
to do
then.
when.
And when you're like that, half the people, you're on stage, people are watching you like, Jesus Christ, what's happening next?
Yeah,
some people are just, and then they're like, see, they're asleep, and they're like, oh no, I can't just.
Oh, how awful would that be?
I know, it's crazy. But I've seen so much footage of it being helpful to people.
Yeah. It's almost like, so there's a lot of like, one of the other terms is trust your body to know what it needs. So like you say, you are going along with it and you're in the moment, but then is there an element of, you've seen the videos before, so you know what's expected, so you're just doing
That's what I
what's
mean, you're
expected.
living up to, yeah.
But then that being said, not quite the same, but so one of the things I was working on releasing, and like when you're like on this spiritual journey, you might do things where you draw a card and you say, oh, give me an area that I need to work on, and it starts sending you down this path of research. So one of mine was my male side of the generations, but like emotional blockages on the male side, and it was all to do with like toxic masculinity and this, that and the other, and it was all intertwined, and it was really eye-opening, some of the ways that it had cropped up in my life. And anyway, I went to a breathwork session, and you set your intention before you do something like that. So in my head, I'm like, I want to continue doing, I can't remember if I set the intention like just do what needs to be done, or whether it was specifically around this generation. I think it probably was specific around that. But anyway, during that session, I've never ever felt the need to kind of move about, or like, it's very rare that I do or want to move about, but I was like really feeling it in my chest on this side, and I'm like tapping, and the facilitator noticed and actually sat me up, and it was like this real kind of release coming from my chest area, and I was like I was going with that intuition of what I needed to do. So I experienced in that moment of like knowing I needed to like tap. And afterwards, when I got back, I was like put into ChatGPT, if I was on a spiritual healing journey and during a breathwork session I had a physical release from the chest area on the right hand side where I was tapping, and it felt like something was like being released, and then I had this like rebirth kind of like experience. It was really, really intense, one of the best breathwork sessions I've done. And it come back saying this would be an emotional release on the male generational side of things. The right hand side of your body is related to the male energy, and the chest area is related to emotion, and it interpreted it as exactly the thing. So in that respect, I couldn't have known that area represented the thing. Do you see what I mean? The intention of what I wanted to heal came first, and I was really like blown away by that, because I was like, oh my god,
I want to try breath work.
Well,
I've been saying it for ages.
It also made me just like, like, I felt like I'd like unlocked a new level of like release. I was like, okay, on to the next part. What are we gonna hit next?
No, I love that. I feel like, because I know certain people get different things from it, right? Some people are there just I love the laying down and they're just relaxing and the breathing. Totally, it's good for me. Some people might get like a few images crop up, or a few like emotions come up, whereas some people are like fully in a deep
Mine's
state
different every time as well. I think that's the thrill of it in a way, because sometimes I'm really looking forward to it and then nothing really that big happens, and then sometimes you're just going with the flow and something huge like that happens.
And is that due to what's going on in your life at that time? Is that due to what needs to come up for you at that time? Is it right place, right time?
I have no idea. I just trust in the process that like what needs to happen will happen each time. But apparently things like trying too hard can affect. So if I've got, maybe when I was first doing it, I might have been so keen and eager and excited that the anticipation of or the expectation meant that the outcome like couldn't possibly have been the experience I was after. So
I feel like that's the best explanation I give as to why I'm not a better psychic than what I am. I joke that I'm a psychic, but obviously only because undeniable things have just been ridiculous. Like it's like it's a funny joke, but also it could be. But I think if there is anything stopping me, it's because I'd love that to be true. I'd absolutely love it. I would. Oh, I'd be famous. I'd make so much money.
No, but I relate to that in the sense that I've always said, just call me the oracle. Like everything I say or predict always ends up true, and I almost wish it didn't. But put me on the. You know what I mean? I always wish, like sometimes I'll know something and I'm like, oh, no, that's disappointing. But it's like too late to know it. But put me on the spot and ask me a prediction. I can't do it. Try and predict something, as in intentionally go in and be like, what's the outcome of this football match going to be? I can't do it.
So, how do you know that it's not this very autistic way of spotting patterns?
Well, it could be. And that's the beauty, I think, of neurodivergence. It's like, are we just great pattern spotters? Are we really intuitive? Is it a bit of both? You know?
Right, okay. Right, yeah, instead of asking, is it this or that, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
That's what we've been saying this whole time.
I think, is it just labeling it as different things? Is intuition really good pattern spotting and being able to interpret all of that data? And also having access to, if there is data in the ether.
You would say ether, and
What's
I
it called?
say
Ether. Oh, ether. Yeah, it could be ether.
I actually have no idea.
I think ether probably does sound better. All right. But yeah, if there is information stored in that, like the Akashic files and all of that kind of thing.
Have we talked about that?
No.
I feel like that would be a cool one to Akashic records.
Yeah, we definitely can. Let me just add it to my notebook.
Someone comment it.
In fact, do you want to have a look, see if we've had any... See if anyone's been bullying my bald head this week.
How atrocious was last week? Who was there for the battle of last Wednesday?
The battle of last Wednesday. That's hilarious.
Now have we got back again. Okay, welcome back. Good afternoon. Sounds like fascia. Yeah, no idea. We're going with fascia. I've been saying.
No, fascia.
Fascia.
I don't know. I'll forget and say it however I want. That's the trouble.
Alexi says, I'm going to use this as my science revision. Love that for you.
Hey.
Teachers aren't going to hate us at all.
She ain't got teachers, has she? Unless she's enrolled just to do her GCSEs. But either way, she'll be. You'll be on. Are you on GCSE revision now? Oh my god.
Stressful
Good
time
luck,
of
babes.
life. Yeah. My stepdad said your knife campaign thing is really interesting, and he wanted me to tell you he does a similar thing. Knife campaign?
Well, that might be the beat the odds.
Ditch the knife.
Yeah, I'm going to say. So,
Tyler.
So because a different human design has been doing a countdown to the Beat the Odds event and introducing lots of different initiatives. Yeah, so it could be ditch the knife, choose life, and it could be Gorilla Force 8 as well.
Oh, very cool.
But big up, come along April the 11th and 12th to the Beat the Odds event and see everyone will be there, the whole network.
Happyish says yoga compares to visually like how an orange has pith.
Right.
What little white bits on the orange are like the fascia. Yeah, I said spider web, but that's a way better.
Yeah, that's the visual I have of it. Actually, that's what you do see it, don't you? That's
I love that. Yeah, I'm specifically seeing it on like a tangerine, like a smaller one for some reason. I feel like the bigger ones, they feel like more bigger, and I like the dainty ones that I can. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks. Great
imagery.
analogy.
I'm birthday today. Your birthday today. Happy birthday today to
Happy
you.
birthday. The real New Year.
Connects the heels to the toes, the fascia does. Imagine as like the shower head when the water causes limescale build up and the water does not quite... We're getting all the analogies right here.
Yeah.
Doesn't allow it to flow through freely. Love that.
Yeah, so that's how those blockages can build up.
I feel like it's like meditation on a bullet train. It gets me there fast. What was that in relation to? And then the next one is that sounds wrong. I think we got something wrong. I believe this is the lady that you did a talk for.
Oh yeah, Awaken.
The retreat.
Yeah.
Alex says the shaved head looks so pretty.
Oh, thanks, babes.
And homeschooled, but I'm revising for my GCSEs. Good luck, Alexi.
Yeah, good luck, babe. And just remember, it's the skill of revising and the effort that's the really important part. You know, you can retake as many times as needed. Don't stress.
Yeah. The gag is, all the stuff that you struggle with right now, you'll be interested in as an adult, and it's so annoying.
Yeah, and even you'll find out stuff like science, for example. I'm so interested in so much scientific stuff now, but not the stuff they chose for the curriculum. You're like, why did you choose the dead ass boring stuff? The teachers, like, I maybe would have been interested if you'd picked something more fascinating.
Picking some dude that's like, sit down now, please. Thank you. Like, God, give me Neil deGrasse Tyson when it comes to science. If I'd have known about that guy when I was in school, I'd have been like, the way he talks about stuff is just incredible. He like almost argues with people about it, but in such a like polite way. I really like it.
Yeah, that's the thing. A bit of energy around stuff goes a long way, doesn't it?
No, definitely. And is it Saren? Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Saren, yeah.
She was saying that breath work is like meditation through a bullet train. Meditation on a bullet
right,
train.
yeah. See, and that makes sense because although I like meditation and I get a lot out of it, I find every way to avoid it. But I can fire gaze. Again, I find myself doing it by accident a lot of the time. I'll go and sit for the 2 minutes and I'm like 30 minutes later, 15 downloads. Like,
Still not made that cup of tea.
And breath work I really love because I'm a thrill chaser. So, of course, I love hardcore, conscious, connected breath work. I'm there.
I will definitely join. It's got to happen.
I went again just last week, me, mum, and Kat, and yeah, it was very good.
And it changes each time, does it? You have a different breathing style.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's always conscious connected in a circle, as in, if you're not breathing in, you're breathing out. There's no pause in between. Okay. You're either breathing in or you're breathing out. And the idea is that you're kind of keeping that flow of breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out.
Oh my God, I've just tried to keep doing it since you started mentioning it. I feel like lightheaded.
Oh God, yeah. And it's like, yeah. But the thing that changes is like your facilitator. So, because I do breathing with grace, so if you search breathing with grace, it'll bring it up. But
shout out Grace.
Yeah, so she'll change like say how someone changes the meditation, they change the style of it, of where they take you and the intensity of it. That's the same with the breath work, depending on the music that's used, depending on the actual person and how fast they get you to breathe and how like long. Sometimes, you know, it'll be one long bit and then there's like a peak and then you're just left to kind of, you know, breathe normally, but the music's taking you on this like mad journey. It's like so cool. Like the breathing's the hard work and then the aftermath as you like integrate. That's the bit.
You'll just lay there like hippies.
You just lay there. Yeah, it's wicked. People are crying, laughing, like, and you're just there, like, oh man. But it's weird because it's like you can go into it with the weight of the world on your shoulders, feeling so stressed and all the rest of it, and then once you start flooding yourself with oxygen, you start just like remembering the absolute miraculous nature of the world and just the fact that you're alive, and it just really changes how you feel. You come out of it, you're like, yeah.
I think I said, didn't I, like from the start of doing this podcast, I love psychology and I have seen it help many people. When it comes to me, it helps me gain awareness, but I can't seem to turn that theory and awareness into action a lot of the time, whereas these kind of practices fill me with a lot more like, not even just, oh, I can do this, it almost like it doesn't matter if I can't do it, I'm still gonna do it. And I feel like that I get a lot more emotional support and confidence, I think. Like there's been certain things where, and you've heard me talk here, like I'm very much on the science side, but still very open to spirituality. And there has been many times where I've been like, wow, that really worked for me. That really helped me, whether it was a reading or, so I am excited. I do feel like, you know, I feel like I'm switched off, therefore it won't work. I feel like
there's potential there.
Yeah,
and that's
definitely
exciting.
And I'm glad that I don't think psychology can fix everything, because if it did, I think everyone would already be fixed by now.
And that's the thing, I think it's the beauty of taking a combination of approaches. Like,
that works for me.
Yeah.
Like within psychotherapy, I don't just stick to one modality.
Yeah. But even like just understanding, to begin with, understanding ADHD and all the labels was a very, very healing. But then once I'd done that stage, it was then like, so then the more holistic side of therapies has helped give me something actionable, physical, that feels like it's continuing that, if you see what I mean, rather than like knowledge is brilliant. But
do you ever worry that things like ADHD and autism get made into almost like a personality for some people? And I don't think it's necessarily done in like a weird way. I think it's just a natural process of, if you've been fighting to understand something for so long and then you do, you're like, yes, I understand me now. And it's almost like you forget the other parts that made...
Yeah, but then I feel like, in a way, understanding ADHD, I began to realise, like, oh, I'm not as unique as I thought I was. This is just like a cookie cutter design of a person. This is a type of person, like, you know. So in a way, it was almost the opposite way round, where it was like, oh my god, ADHD is the person. But yeah, I suppose like it's important to remember as well that another label can mean the same thing. So indigo child for someone else could mean ADHD. So it's like, don't hold on to the definitions of anything too like hard, because then you're kind of creating boundaries. So you can't go any further if you've made that your rigid line.
Yeah, we should definitely all be as flexible, and
we should be fascia. Some gooey
water and collagen, baby. Let's go.
That reacts to music.
Hey, can some of that collagen go into my face? Because it's sagging. Saggy AF.
Oh my god, don't even go there with saggy faces. I'm 39 next month.
You don't look 39 though. I feel like, again, I say that with the last few years, my mind completely being changed of what age looks like what.
Yeah, but that happens as you get older. You're like, oh, okay, I've got to rethink everything.
There's got to be some science or people that have studied like why our parents looked older than we do at this age. And is that the case, or are we just seeing things differently?
I saw a photo though, and it was, one of them was hairstyles, and it was like the fashion of certain eras has aged people. Yeah, so the hair...
attribute certain things as old, whether they were young at that time.
Yeah, there was like 30 odd, but they had the fashionable haircut, which is associated as being like some old fogey haircut.
Isn't that crazy?
So like nowadays, 30, 40, 50-year-olds, there isn't as much, now you have to dress like this because of your age. There's way more freedom, isn't there, in terms of style and stuff. But also, can I just say, like, I'm having a real battle between like not caring, being like, I don't care whether I look my age, or, do you get what I mean? Because the blessing is being this age. Like, that is the true blessing of it. But then it is really hard. Like, it's like a transition age where you're not old, you know you're not old, but you're also looking in the mirror and you're very aware you're not this young person anymore. Like, and not as in like that scares you, but it's this weird thing of like, I am old now. Like, I am physically seen as older now, and it's coming to terms with it. You know, there's like a psychological transition that you almost have to do there.
Yeah, and why is that? Why don't I feel the age that I do? Why do I have to constantly have to remind? You know, when they say on the news, young people are worse off. I have to remind myself, they're not talking about you anymore. They don't mean you. You're old as shit, girl. Like, they're on about actual young people.
Well, I saw this thing, and it was like, I was in a line today where a grown-ass man gave his birthday as 2002. It's like, like, that blows my mind. And it's like, and on that note...
on that note...
It's been one hell of an episode.
Yeah,
This has been with us from the beginning. It feels like about 3 years since
wasn't
that
quite as loosey-goosey like the Fascia was. It got a lot better, I feel like.
We began like stressed fascia that was full of trauma of 99 episodes going wrong. And then as we've handled it, it relaxed and it became healthy fascia.
Healthy, collagen, wet Fascia.
That makes me feel bad.
I don't know why I went there.
So next week is 100.
Our 100th.
Our 100th episode, which we'll probably forget about till 15 minutes before, and then we'll be like, oh no, we've not done anything. We wanted to do something really like funky, but we can't think of anything that isn't going to be too difficult to execute, because that's the trouble. It's like, oh, if we're going to get 100, like, oh, let's interview 100 people, or let's, anything.
No, already know.
We'd be on like year 10 and we still hadn't done the 100th episode.
We're just like, we've got no business being at this point in the podcast, but we're doing it anyway.
Yeah, we're as surprised as you are that we're still here.
What the hell? You guys are still tuning in, and we are so thankful. Please don't stop. Share. Tell your friends about the madness that is here, because, again, we're just reminding you that you don't need to be a perfect, polished picture to go and try things and enjoy life and do things that are silly.
You don't have to be whole in order to shine.
You don't have to be a hole in order to shine.
Yeah.
A shiny hole.
Oh, there's my crows. You don't. They're my buddies.
They want some food.
They do. Like the moon, you don't have to be whole in order to shine. Or you don't have to get your hole out in order to shine.
That went completely. A part of me was like, the mole hole. The moon is not a hole. But then I realised what you said, and then it turned into the shiny hole, actual
shiny
whole piece. Well, my brain has turned to mush. There's
check
that message that I held for review. Let's have a go. A black hole. I think YouTube misunderstood quite the intent behind that. But yes, a black hole.
Oh, wow. Alexi's doing triple science.
Hole, not
crazy.
A hole. Thank you. Triple science. Girl, I feel for you. But you're going to be smart as hell after. You can come on this podcast and tell us what we're getting wrong.
Oops. I just went off the stream accidentally. I thought I'd accidentally ended it because it was like live stream has ended. I was like, what?
It's like, wait, oops, I can't see the problem.
I've just touched my eye and it's going to start watering again. Right, so on that note, tune into Radio 2 Funky about 8:30 tonight, and me and Sedge will be on it, talking about Beat the Odds. So, we'll see you there.
Don't miss us, guys. Thanks for joining us. See you next week. Do, 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 do.